but that is a part of life. We have to be faced with a little bit of fear and a little bit of uneasiness in order for us to grow and in order for us to become stronger. We have to be challenged in ways that shake us because it's outside of our comfort zone. But little do we know, it's going to become a part of our comfort zone, and we're going to figure out what we are made of, essentially. Hi. I decided, before I tell you what happened today, I decided that I'm going to do a 30 days in a row posting, just chatting, making myself be consistent with creating. And once I tell you what happened today, it's all gonna make sense. Or at least not just it's gonna make sense, but the pieces are piecing together is what I'm gonna say. If you haven't already read the title, more likely than not, I'm going to put, when the universe tells you to jump, you say how high. Because today has been crazy. I mean, it's a Monday. Today was pretty chill for the most part, given the video that I made yesterday. For you guys, that'll probably be several days since I filmed that video. I'm hoping I have the first one up by Wednesday of this week. It is Tuesday, so by tomorrow, I want to have finished editing down my first video. It ended up being 50 something minutes long. I think it was about 55 or 56 minutes long. I was talking for a long time. Anyways, I was editing my video, listening to what I was saying and remembering how wise I am. And I was just eating up my own advice and whatnot. Get to the end of my workday, and the mom that I nanny for, she comes down and she's just like, hey, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. And in my mind, the immediate first response was like, am I in trouble? What did I do? And then I was like, you didn't do anything wrong. So like, why are you taking the offense already or defense? And she pulls me aside. I'm making this more like dramatic than it has to be. I was sitting on the couch. She comes down and she's like holding the baby. And then she goes, so first I want to let you know that tomorrow and next Monday, we're not going to need you, but I'll still pay you, blah, blah, blah. And then she goes, and then I had to have a conversation and ultimately made the decision that we have to put her into daycare. And so by the end of the month, we're gonna have to let you go. And I was like, oh. And she's like, yeah, just because we need Fridays and then like X, Y, and Z, it's financially like a better thing. And I was like, I totally get it. Having a nanny and paying them what they're worth is a lot. I mean, you know, it adds up over time. I also don't want to be working Monday through Friday as a nanny. I already planted it in my brain that I needed to move forward. And so the universe said, oh, you want to move forward? Jump. And here I am. I mean, I still have about 2 more weeks. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm going to do my morning routine, get out of the house, take myself to a cafe. I'll probably film my next video before I leave. I will edit, figure out what I'm going to do next. But this is exactly what I'm talking about when if you speak it out into existence and allow yourself to be in an energetic space of receiving, when you're presented with the exact things that you were asking for and the pathway to get there, if you don't take it, it's going to be taken away from you. And so this is me seeing the opportunity of me becoming a free agent again and taking charge of that. I made the YouTube video yesterday talking about how this is something I want to come back to as a source of creative pursuit and creative freedom and liberation for myself. And I've been talking about this for such a long time, since I started making those videos last year that I never came back to while I was unemployed last year. We go back to that concept of everything happens for a reason. I needed to take this first half of the year to become acclimated in who I am now. And honestly, watching a baby, when I first met her, how old was she? She was born in June last year. I met her in January, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. So she was 7 months when I met her. She is now 14 months. So I've been with her for about 7 months. I've watched her grow so much. I've watched myself grow so much. And it's beautiful that it wasn't a struggle to move forward. I was just given essentially my 2 weeks, and the decision was made for me because I already told the universe, hey, I'm ready to move on to my next chapter. I just need to figure out how. Mr. Man and I just had a conversation about me just being available again, and so I'm gonna help him where I can help him, but he reminds me he doesn't want to, take away from me investing into myself. And so I also need to remind myself that I need to pour into my cup so that I can create my own resource, my own well, so I can, be pulling things in on my own accord, helping him where I can help him. Obviously, it makes me so happy to help him because I love seeing him thrive. And honestly, if we're gonna keep doing this for a while, him being successful is beneficial towards me. I'm only considering the both of our futures in this. So it's cool. I'm being given exactly what I asked for. And I think that's the scary part about it. It is a do or die. Hopefully I don't actually die, but the last chapter of me, this last iteration of who I've been has to die. I bid her farewell. I thank her for her service and the lessons. And I am now preparing myself in these next 2 weeks to get my shit together, get a schedule going on, and figuring it out. It's really crazy that this is happening as this is happening, and you all are going to be here for the journey as I continue to move forward and make moves and figure out who I'm going to be and how I'm going to get there. And it is going to be a day-by-day thing for sure. Nevertheless, it is so exciting and everything that I've wanted. Again, we are seeing more doors opening up. My friend that I made music with told me of a potential performing thing to do, and he asked that early in the day, and then by the end of the day when I found out the news, I was like, yeah, that is why he asked that, because I'm being prepared to enter this next chapter of my life where I'm doing all the things that I've been saying I've wanted to do, but because I've been working a job where I have to essentially clock in, work for 7.5, almost 8 hours, come back home, reacclimate, find my center, and then do the other things that I've been wanting to do. Now I'm gonna have all that time. Now I'm gonna be able to have the freedom to do exactly what it is that I've been dreaming about and manifesting every single day. It's nuts. It's crazy. I want to read through my morning pages of what I've been talking about and the things that I want to do, and I've been debating all day whether or not I'm going to go to my dance class that I had my eye on. I low-key may not. I'm in a sticky spot with dance. Not that I don't love dancing, but I just need to set my priorities straight with myself first and find my footing. But also at the same time, dance is this space of liberation, something that my body craves. The movement and sweating and hearing music and feeling it course through my body. It's so fun. Oh, this Wednesday I should do that performance class, which would be great. And I get to talk to the teacher again and catch him up on what's going on in life and what I'm going to be doing next and how I'm going to be getting to what I'm going to be doing next. This is what life is. This is what I signed up for, and now I am taking that leap and I am going to be investing into myself fully doing the damn thing, and that is, you know, nothing less than what I could ask for. It would be a completely different story if I had to ruminate in these thoughts for months longer and be forced to have to make the decision myself. Whereas now, the decision's already made. I already signed the contract before my conscious mind knew that there was a contract being signed. Thinking of my dreams in the last couple of days, and it's very interesting. There were a lot of challenges that I was facing. There was one in particular where I was in a gym, like a school gym, and we were doing some sort of competition or relay or something, and it was just a test of my strength. The person who went before me doing the certain obstacle was struggling, then when I did it, it was just easy, and so maybe that was just a sign that the obstacles in front of me are going to be a piece of cake, and I just have to go and take the opportunity and do it. So, wow. This is nuts. I was already talking with myself about doing a 30-day challenge and posting regularly just to get used to this again and creating some sort of consistency with myself. And now you all are just gonna be here coming along for the ride. This is not what I planned for today's lesson, I suppose, or maybe it was just a check-in, I don't know, but wow. Okay, this little ditty is probably going to be a lot shorter than yesterday's. We are only at 13 minutes, and that may even be cut down by the time I've edited it. I'm in awe. I'm in awe, and this development is hitting a lot different than when I had gotten the snip from the mouse when I was working at the mouse. And that's also a story that I haven't talked about publicly since it happened, which is almost 2 years ago now. Yeah, 2022. Yeah, because all of 2023 I was unemployed, and now we are here again, almost. But essentially, like 2 weeks in advance. And at this point, I only have 5 more days of working because I only work 4 days a week. And this week and next week, I will only physically work 3 days out of the 4. And I've already worked 1 this week. I only have 2 more left for this week. And then next week I have 3. And then I'm a woman of the world again. But it's exciting. I have held myself back from traveling, and I was supposed to go to Alameda this past weekend for a baby shower. I was really trying to make it work, and I could have made it happen, but something inside me was just like, this, it's not the time. As much as you want to be there and support her in this exciting chapter, there's going to be plenty of time to be there and to love on this kid and on the mom, who is my big from my sorority. And yeah, and then this development happened a couple days later, and now I am happy that I didn't spend a couple $100 trying to either fly or drive up to Alameda and then making that happen, and then coming to find out what I found out today. We have some numbers to crunch. We have things that we need to figure out how to move forward, and it's a little scary, but that is a part of life. We have to be faced with a little bit of fear and a little bit of uneasiness in order for us to grow and in order for us to become stronger. We have to be challenged in ways that shake us because it's outside of our comfort zone. But little do we know, it's going to become a part of our comfort zone, and we're going to figure out what we are made of, essentially. I literally can't get over how life works. Life works in mysterious ways. All the other metaphorical iterations of that saying. This was a great chat. I'm glad that I'm confident in this next transitional chapter of my life. It's crazy that it's a full moon. It's crazy that we are in pretty much the tail end of Mercury retrograde, if I'm not mistaken. let me, yeah, in a week, we are exiting out of Mercury retrograde Mercury retrograde period, and then we enter, I think it's a 2-week shadow period after that. By the time I am off on my own, we will have been about a week out of Mercury retrograde, and then a couple days after that we will be out of the shadow period. Or no, another week after that we will be out of the shadow period. I just know I'm gonna find my footing. I'm gonna find my footing so much faster than I think I will. And I'm happy that I have someone in my life that supports me and wants to see me thrive. And I know that he is going to, be there to hold my hand, both physically and metaphorically, as I go through this, because we're both going through like a interesting transitional space where our engines are revving and we're about to, like, it's like the ding 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 like type of time in life. This is good. This is great development. And when we tell God and the universe what it is that we want, we have to be willing to accept the methods in which those things arrive. And we have to trust in the process, and we have to have faith that we are on our way to where we want to be. It just may not happen in the way that we anticipated it to be, which is the exciting part about life. It's never going to happen exactly the way that you think, but it's going to happen in the way that you need. And that is a very important lesson to remind ourselves of. Alrighty, I'm really gonna go now because I think we've hit 21 minutes. I think that's a good little thing. I'm probably going to cut it down to maybe 15 or 16 minutes, and that's going to be a lot nicer than the upwards of an hour video that I have to skim through and edit down. Or maybe I will make that a 2-parter. Who knows? Lesson of the day is, I've already said it multiple times. I don't want to say the same exact thing. What did I want to say? I've already said when the universe says to jump, you say how high. We've also said to be open to receiving the things that you asked for in packages that you weren't expecting to arrive, and to just keep taking one step forward, I think is a very, very important reminder, especially for me at this point, because I don't know what tomorrow is going to look like. I didn't know what today was going to look like, and look at how today has ended. But I am still moving forward with such a positive, optimistic perspective, and I know that nothing can shake me. I think I mentioned this in that intro video about detaching from consumption. That has definitely helped, especially in the state that I'm in, or in this transition that I'm in. So I definitely recommend that. And I also recommend coconut water and hydration. I bought myself aloe vera juice, the flavored one, so I can ease myself into it, but I feel a fasting, cleansing period. So we're gonna do that. I'm running out of space. It's gonna click me out, so I'm gonna go. I love you. Thank you. Be nice to yourself, and I will see you soon. Okay. We'll see where we are tomorrow. Oh my gosh, and we might have more developments. Who knows, but that's life. Okay, bye.